direction, what we can do is look at these islands down in the haze. If you see dead straight ahead, that there is St. John, where we came from this morning. This body of water in between the islands is called the St. Francis Great Channel. This is where the pirates used to hide back in the days because there were so many little islands they could sneak around pretty easy. But the whole flat iron. Bottom of an iron. Along the mangroves grow. Do you have it? I'll take a picture, y'all.
The moon will actually shine directly through the hole in the rock there and illuminate this entire room by moonlight. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is a really nice room. I'd like to stop in and tell you a little bit of history on the bath, kind of what we're looking at, where these rocks came from and stuff like that. It's a very rare geologic occurrence here. It's pretty cool that it happens right here where we can all visit. The only other place in the world that it happens like this is the Seychelles Islands off the east coast of Africa. So it's definitely a little easier to come over here and visit all this stuff. What we have here is mostly granite rocks. They've been formed volcanically over hundreds of millions of years ago, and they were formed deep under the Earth's surface and under the crust, under the oceans. The ray conditions existed with ancient volcanic activity. And then over millions of years of plate tectonic movements, they've been slowly forced up to the surface. And they've actually still discovered the rocks are still rising just by 1 or 2 millimeters every year, but still very slowly rising. But it was actually about 40 square miles that had all these granite rocks intermixed with different volcanic softer rocks and stuff like that. And then once it was all exposed to the waves and atmospheric and weathering, erosion, conditions like that, washed away all that softer volcanic material and left all the solid granite standing like this. And so you can kind of tell where the bottom of the rock there used to be at sea level for a long period of time when it was slowly rising up out of the surface. The water would be cascading through when the waves were washing out the cavern there. The inside of the cavern would have been softer volcanic material, or even different trapped air and gases from when the rock was being formed. You can kind of see the bubbles in it as well. The water cascaded through, washed away all that soft material, and left the outside, solid part there remaining. But that's actually what the baths are named for too, is these rock formations. Geologically speaking, it's a batholith. So that's a technical word. It means deep formed igneous rocks. So that's exactly, technically speaking, what we have here. So baths is short for batholith. And so that's kind of the more technical definition. There's a lot of other nicer ways. Suzanne told you about if you actually come in and bathe in the waters, they might have little fountain of youth kind of effect.
Literally, there's a family like 70 people, not a quarter or 2 people.
You guys, if you want to take some pictures in here, this is a great spot. You coordinate, take some pictures, Victoria. You have to look in. Because the way the ceiling was kind of like a gazebo. Also the way the light reflects off the colors on the walls makes it look a little bit like stained glass. It's doing it over there pretty nice. But the different colors are actually minerals. There's copper and iron. There's magnesium in the ground. All different minerals. So one of the reasons they call it the baths is because it's got healing power in the water. It's pretty neat. We'll go ahead into the next room where Nate will tell you guys the actual technical reason they call them the baths. But that's just a nice little friend anyway. So if you want to take some pictures, this is where...
You know exactly what I was going to say.
Yes, we do.
Exactly the south.